I would never get French curl braids, and here I am. These are gonna be the braids of the summer, so I want you guys to be ahead of the curve. So let's talk about the hair. This is the hair I use. I only had to get one pack and it was $19 for the pack. That pack, I still have one bundle left and a little bit from another one. So you only have to buy one bundle. That is off rip gonna be a great benefit for this because listen, I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend a ton on hair. So for $20, I was able to get all of this hair and still have some left over. When I was thinking about doing this hairstyle, I saw a lot of reviews for French curl hair saying that the hair is just a hassle, it's so hard to pull apart, and that was not my experience. This hair was so easy to work with and it pulled apart like butter. It was a dream to work with. So if you see bad reviews, don't let that deter you. I guess not all French curl hair is made the same, but if you can find this brand in your local beauty supply, I will put my stamp of approval on this hair. Everybody's experience is not gonna be the same, but I will say for me, I had no problems with tangling. I think the biggest question that most people are gonna have when it comes to French curls is how do you tie the ends so that they don't come loose? Because you're gonna want to have some of this curl left out on the end, but because that piece of hair is so thick, then it's gonna naturally wanna come apart. So you kinda have to tie a knot at the end. Now, I see a lot of people using nail glue, super glue. I'm not trying to, especially when I'm doing my own hair, I'm not trying to put any glue in my hair. I'm not trying to play them type of games. So I was like, okay, we have to figure out a way to tie it. The only thing that worked for me was taking one small strand and knotting it around the entire braid a couple times, and then taking that section and splitting it into two pieces and pretty much bow tying it like I'm tying my shoes. And I have to give credit where credit is due. I was actually on TikTok and I saw a girl do this and they were eating her up in the comments like, just use glue, just do this. Not everybody want to put glue in their hair. And I don't want to take any chances that I get the glue somewhere else. And knowing me, I am accident prone. So I wanted to just tie it. I was considering trying to use a lighter to just kind of like slightly burn it, not to the point where it would fall off, but like just slightly burn the part where I wanted to end at. But then you would have those kind of like hard bits. So I was like, okay, let me try to find a way to tie it. And that was I have some pieces over here that have come undone, and it's because I wasn't doing this method. I was noticing that as I was braiding, literally like after 30 minutes, they were already coming undone. And this side I did with the method that I told you guys about, and it worked for me. And I've had these in for a few days. So the thing with French curls that always made me nervous was the fact that every time I saw someone with French curl hair, they did not have the boho in it. Like generally when I see somebody with this style or with these curls, they don't have the boho in it. And so it makes it look like it's just like really thin, thin, thin. And then you have this bulky French curl hair on the ends. And I could not stand that. So for me, you definitely need the boho. And I didn't leave like a ton of pieces out because this hair, another good thing about this hair, it builds up really quickly as far as the density. So it's not like you're having to leave out a ton of hair. So it is very voluminous, so you have to be careful, be mindful about how much hair you're leaving out and how much hair you're putting on each braid. But I didn't want that bulky look. I didn't want it to all of a sudden get bulky on the end. So one of my tips for you, if you are considering doing these braids, is make sure you do boho, and so that it can kind of gradually get thicker. It shouldn't look, just personal preference, I feel like it shouldn't look thin where your braids are and then just get really bulky at the ends. I think that's what kind of turned me off of these curls. Also, this French curl hair in particular, it doesn't have as much sheen as I've seen on other French curl hair. And I think you have French curl and Italian curl. So those might be different, but this one I got from my local beauty supply, and it doesn't have that sheen to it that makes it look really synthetic. And I really like that about this hair. As far as tangling, I've had this in for about 3 or 4 days, and I haven't had any issues with tangling. Now obviously with synthetic hair, it's gonna tangle a lot more than human hair. That's to be expected. I mean, the entire pack of hair only cost me $20, but I can say I'm pleasantly surprised at how it has maintained. I'm not gonna lie, for like 2 of these days, I have not tied my hair up at all. I just slept with it in a ponytail or in a bun. The first night I slept with the bonnet on, but I'm not very good about wearing my bonnet, and this still has not tangled up on me. So I'm thinking maybe if it does start tangling, that's when I'll cut it into a bob. I don't know, we'll see. Another good thing that I love about doing these is that the braiding hair is actually the boho hair. Typically when you do boho braids, you have to braid down with your connecticut hair and then feed in your human hair pieces or your curly hair pieces. This is the braiding hair and the curly pieces. So all you do is braid, 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 and then when you're ready for a piece to be out to do your boho, you just pull the piece out of the existing hair that you're braiding with and then just keep braiding. Another tip is make sure that you're putting enough hair so that when you're taking your boho pieces out, you don't thin out the braid too much. And that's just gonna kind of be trial and error, because you don't want it to be too thick, but you don't want it to be too thin. So yeah, you're just gonna have to play around with how you want it to look and how dense you want it to look. And I didn't have to do my parts really small because this hair does get really voluminous. And that is another thing that I don't typically like about French curl braids. Anytime I see somebody with French curl braids, they put entirely too much hair in their head, and it can be deceiving. So you want to, that's why I didn't record the process, because this was my first time using this hair. So I really wanted to make sure I was focused and not adding too much hair, because if it turns out thick and you have to thin it out, it's really hard to make it look natural. Keep it on the thinner side. If you like the density of mine, just be mindful of how much hair you're adding to each one. I will say, like, if you look at my sides alone, don't get nervous, because when you do this, it looks thin, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to remember that you're gonna have the density from all of the braids in the back. That's gonna show up when your hair is down. So let me show you. So I actually have to go back in and braid these to the tip and retie them, and so I haven't cut it yet, but it's really, really dense. So you wanna make sure you're not adding too much hair, because that is my biggest complaint when I see people do French curl braids. And you can kind of get away with it if you're doing straight knotless braids. You can get away with adding a little bit more hair, but with this, it will be so ridiculously big and you will hate the style. And all of the products that I use on my braids, I use the Braiding lock gel, of course, on my roots to keep them nice and flat. Some of my hair and scalp grease on the bulk of my hairs to keep it nice and soft while it's in the protective style. And then I use some of my hair and scalp oil on my scalp, because my scalp was actually pretty dry. So I use some of that on my scalp, and that's about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a very, very simple one, but I hope you are able to utilize some of these tips, and I hope you consider getting French curl braids somewhere in the future for your spring braids. All right, y'all, see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.